Is what you're reading online truly public opinion, or just a well-disguised performance? On June 5, Pritam Singh, Singapore's leader of the opposition and Workers' Party chief, raised the alarm on the hidden forces shaping online political conversations. In a sharply worded Facebook post, he called out the dangerous role of anonymous accounts that may be actively distorting discourse, and even manipulating voters. He didn't just speak in theory. Singh shared a screenshot from the pro-PAP Facebook page Singapore Matters, which labeled accounts like Pap Law Wong and Bill Ng as opposition supporters. But Singh wasn't convinced. He questioned whether these accounts were real people at all. They had little to no posting history and barely interacted outside of specific political content. In his post, Singh raised a deeply unsettling possibility that these could be fake personas, created or used by political pages themselves to stir the pot, manipulate narratives, or pose as opposition supporters. His exact words? They might even be admins pretending to be pro-opposition just to shape the narrative. Let that sink in. The suggestion here is that some political pages could be playing both sides, posing as both supporters and critics to manipulate perception. And this raises a much bigger question. If online spaces are filled with scripted performances, how can we tell what's real? Singh wasn't alone in his concerns. Journalist Hsien had previously highlighted a similar pattern: anonymous, oddly uniform commenters who consistently supported the establishment, this time seen on platforms like the Online Citizen. These patterns suggest a troubling trend: the deliberate manufacturing of public sentiment using anonymous online actors. And what's the word for that tactic? Astroturfing. Hsien, son of founding Prime Minister Lee Kuan Yew, reshared Singh's post and introduced this term, defined as the deceptive practice of creating the illusion of grassroots support for a cause, when in reality, it's orchestrated from behind the scenes. This tactic is not new, but its digital form is increasingly sophisticated and harder to detect. When online identities are so easily faked, it becomes almost impossible for the average person to distinguish between genuine public opinion and curated spin. Let's go one step deeper. In May, the same Facebook page Singapore Matters falsely quoted Workers' Party candidate Siti Ailir Abdul Rahim Matter, claiming she said the Israel-Palestine conflict is more important than bread and butter issues. That quote went viral, right before cooling-off day. Ailir and the WP couldn't respond publicly due to election rules. The quote? Fabricated. AFP fact-check later debunked it. Singapore Matters issued a correction, but only on May 20, well after the damage was done. The excuse? The video had subtitles that weren't accurate, but supposedly reflected her general sentiment. Critics called it out for what it was: a half-hearted apology issued far too late. WP member Jackson AU even called it a sorry not sorry gesture, and he wasn't wrong. This incident highlights a worrying double standard. Opposition politicians are scrutinized intensely for every word, while pro-establishment platforms can delay or dodge accountability. What happens when this asymmetry is left unchecked? Singh's post isn't just about pointing fingers, it's a warning. A divided digital landscape, filled with fake voices, weakens public trust. It pollutes dialogue and deepens the divide between Singaporeans who want to engage in good faith and those who exploit the system. And let's not forget, this all happened in the lead-up to a crucial general election. Pritam Singh, Ailir, Jackson AU, and others were part of a Workers' Party team contesting Punggol GRC against a PAP slate led by Deputy Prime Minister Gan Kim Yong. The PAP won with 55.17%. The WP team, which included senior counsel Harpreet Singh and Alexis Dang, got 44.83%. But if misinformation and anonymous manipulation played a role, was the playing field ever level? As Singapore heads into future elections, these questions must be asked. Who are we really hearing from online? How many voices are genuine and how many are puppets? And most importantly, should there be tighter regulations on online political content to protect public discourse, or would that be too easily abused? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think astroturfing is a serious issue in Singapore? Should political pages be held to stricter standards when misinformation is spread? If this discussion matters to you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to 2230. Because transparency, truth, and public trust matter now more than ever.